लीट कोड का थर्ड क्वेश्चन सोल्व करते हैं अभी अपन आज वाले कॉन्टेस्ट का। टफ कॉन्टेस्ट था आज। लास्ट क्वेश्चन टफ था, बाकी तीन तो इजी थे। ये वाला क्वेश्चन क्या मतलब पढ़ना बहुत ज्यादा पड़ रहा था आज। Okay, we have given two string skill station. Okay, skill I represent the skill of worker I. Okay, still J represent the skill supported by station J. Okay, so we have two strings. Skill station. Okay, supports means I means supported. The assigned station index must be strictly increasing in worker. Every worker distinct station. और कंडीशन क्या गिवन है? स्ट्रिक्टली ग्रेटर मीन्स J0 greater than J1, J2 and so on. Okay. The gap of an assignment is the maximum difference between the station indexes assigned to two consecutive workers. Now, gap equals to J1 minus J0, J2 minus J1 and so on. We have to return the maximum. Okay. Okay. So the question is simple. We have given a skill, let's say AA. Then we have given a station. Okay. Station that is A. Whatever. Now, the question asks us to each skill, right? To each skill, you have to assign a station. And when you assign a station, the next station will always be greater than the previous one. So for example, if to this A, I can assign a 0, then to this next A. Now, the next A, I have to assign among all of these. And I have to assign such that this gap between these two is maximum. Maximize gap. So which one I should give on this one, right? 3. Then answer equals to what? 3. Now, similarly, let's do one dry run for another example. Skill, let's say X, Y, X, or whatever station, what we can say. X, Y, X. Okay, then for this first X, right? Let's say I assign this one 0. Then this Y, I have to assign a maximum. So which one should I assign to maximize this gap? I should assign this one, right? The whatever that comes at the end, right? Means the farthest. So I'll assign 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'll assign 4 to it. Now, to this next, I have to again assign a scale, but now this should be greater than this previous one. So what I will assign this? Why? Because this is the only possible. So this becomes 5. So answer becomes, what is this? 4. No. तो मतलब क्या समझ आया भाई? जब भी हम असाइन कर रहे हैं किसी वर्कर को, तो कोई भी ith वर्कर है, इसको तो क्या होनी चाहिए? अर्लीस्ट होनी चाहिए। और I प्लस 1 को क्या होना चाहिए? जो भी सबसे एंड में आएगा, farthest. Then answer equals to क्या हो जाएगा? Simply write this one, farthest of I plus 1 minus earliest of I, maximum of all of these, right? So this is the one observation. Now we have to calculate what? We have to calculate earliest, we have to calculate farthest. Let's name this as prefix. You can name this as leftmost, like whatever you want. This, let's say, rename this as suffix, or you can rename this as rightmost. Now we have to prepare the leftmost and rightmost. How can we prepare? There are two ways. First is you use a map of what? Char comma set int, which I did during contest. Whatever this, only this come to my mind, but there is another approach that you can take, that is simple two pointers. So you can just simple take two pointer. And why you can take two pointer? Why? See, because the next, always the next index should be greater than the previous one, right? Next always greater than previous one. This is one condition that is given in the question. You check here, right? This order J0 less than J1 and so on, right? That's why we can use the simply two pointer approach, right? So let's do one dry run. So let's prepare, do two things. We already did the dry run. So now let's prepare the left and right. And how do we prepare? We have given a skill and we have given a station. See, start with both I equals to 0, J equals to 0. Now we have to assign this first skill to any station. So what we'll do, right? You do for I equals to j till n. Now, for each I, you have to find a station. For each I, you have to find a station, right? So what we do, while station of what? While station of j not equals to, see, जब तक ये बराबर नहीं है आगे चलते जाओ, not equals to what will the skills of I, right? You do j plus plus. If it's at some point barabar, that means we assign that, right? So then it becomes our left, right? Our left of I, what it becomes, whatever is the value of j. So, and similarly, if you have to assign from the rightmost side, you do I equals to n minus 1 to 0, okay? And now while what you do, will j also will start from end, will start from end basically, right? So we'll do while the station, same, just j not equals to s of I, you do j minus minus. And at any point if equals, we just simply do right of j equals to, sorry, I equals to j. So now we have left and right. So let's see for this above example, left or right. So left, if we assign this x, we'll assign to 0th position. We'll assign this y to 1 position. We will assign this another x to 2nd position. So rightmost assignment will be, so we'll assign this x right. The first x to, let's change the color so that you can see. We'll assign this x here, this y here, and this x here. So that becomes 5, 4, and 3. Right? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and x. Okay. Now, okay. So now gap equals to what? So if this assignment is x equals to 0, this assignment is what? Next, this is the next worker, right? So this I can find simply the gap will be 4, you can see. This one gives a gap of 4, this assignment gives us a gap of 4. The leftmost and the rightmost assignment. So answer will be 4. So after these two, you have to do a look, right? For each skill, you have to find the maximum value. Maximum of what? The whatever the maximum gap that is. That is rightmost of what? I minus leftmost of I minus 1. And see, both of these assignments are valid. Both these are valid means you can always form this left and right. This is given in the question. It is guaranteed that at least one valid assignment exists. That means you can form this left and right. So you got it. So the time complexity will be of n plus m here, same of n plus m here, and of n here. So that's it now. You can just write the same pseudocode in the code and it will work. Thank you.